Hello, welcome back on iKeysRacing. Ciao, thank you very much for being here. I'm back on ovals to demonstrate you how rounded like a lemon I can turn always left or always right, doesn't matter. But because we come from how many victories? Well, Monza and the around the world in 24 hours with the Alfa Romeo, Chrysler Viper in the sports car 100 minutes, Volvo 240T in the WTCC 1987 reproduction, all with the GTR2 engine under the hood. So here will be for sure a drama. But before waiting to switch to GTR2 also for IndyCar content, so at least I will have a sort of iKeysRacing proof driving module. Today we go on very quickly in the week that will bring us to the Indianapolis 500 for real, to the back then 1998 March 22nd for the Phoenix appointment. The Phoenix number 2 you see is just the name of the track I've downloaded from the beautiful website dedicated to become a sort of headquarter for Indycar Racing 2. And so what else? Directly to the second race of the season, starting with our 0 points, like the number 0 assigned to our car, even if the livery says 25, but who cares, with Kenny Brack on top of the current ranking after one race, one win, one top 5, one top 10. Tony Stewart was in the top 10 and also clinched the pole position at the Walt Disney Speedway, but was anyway Tony Stewart the pole sitter, leading more laps and finishing 5th. So it's time to try to at least score some points for ourselves, even if the leaders, Kenny Brack, Robbie Buell, Greg Ray, Eddie Cheever, Tony Stewart, Billy Boat, Schmidt, Dismore, Lyondike, Answer, and so on, are absolutely, in my opinion, unreachable for my low skills. Eliseo Salazar is technically our teammate driving a Riley and Scott chassis, so at least my target is, at the end of the season, after 11 races, beat Eliseo Salazar. So let's go with our current P21. Horrible. This is the Phoenix Raceway. See you on track for the qualifying session, but before I'm going to show you the car setup. Okay, standings to be beaten from 170 miles per hour up to 180 during free practice, with Billy Boat currently the leader with 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 cars in the same very busy miles per hour. Then there is a plethora of 179. During practice I was around here, so not really a great thing. I would also say Eliseo Salazar maybe quicker than me in practice, but we will see. Garage. Let's load what was the last year car setup. It was decently for me. Starting from tires, at least for the qualification, will be medium, soft and soft. Stagger will be 1 inch. Just 3 gallons will be more than enough. Wings 1480 front, 1180 rear. Suspensions, cambers 190, 140, minus 0.10, minus 0.60. Shocks, strangely enough, 0 front right, 60, 100%, 100%. The lock will be 15 degrees and seems to be more than enough. Gears, I will play with 4th and 5th gear, 6th just for the race, you will see in a minute. So let's go on track with tires temperatures available, ready to be read. The car is not really biting the asphalt. I have to brake in the first corner. Sounds almost like driving a bubble, especially at the limit, close to the limit. We will see in the race. P24. I knew I was slow, very slow. So not any better than my tentative during practice. I got 175.6, Eliseo Salazar 17.4 miles per hour slower than the same chassis used by Eliseo Salazar. But hopefully we will try to be very consistent and bring home the car, or at least I will try to do it. See you in the pre-race section. So standings with this undecent performance, but I trust more myself during race day. It will be a very long race of 200 laps lasting maybe 1 hour and a half. Obviously we have to celebrate the pole sitter Billy Bolt, then Tony Stewart, Greg Ray, Robbie Buell, Scott Sharp, Buddy Lazier closing the top 6, then Eddie Cheever, Kenny Brack, the current leader, Arie Luyendyk, Mark Dismore are the top 10. Then Goodyear Ward Schmidt, Davey Hamilton, Anser, Eliseo Salazar, Colkins, Bichler, John Paul Jr., Gregoire, Guerrero Boisel, Carlson, Haas, Brian Tyler, Steve Knapp, Dr. Jack Miller, Marco Greco, J.J. Yellen. In the garage, I wanted just to keep the car as it is, just increase the fuel up to 40 gallons allowed by this game. For the first stint of the race, I want to try to keep the medium externally and soft internally, then we will see what to do during the race. The rest will be as it is, as you have seen already before the qualification. So if you're ready, let's go. I hope to not face again the bubble effect of driving like if it was almost, I would say, not ice, but not a great feeling with the steering wheel. Not because Thrustmaster, just the game, the track and so on. But anyway, let's be ready in a busy, very busy racetrack. We'll try to talk as less as possible. Okay, not bad so far. Under control, I'm not pushing 100%. Trying to drive smoothly and precise as much as possible. Temperatures seem okay. P20 so far, reaching maybe P19, but I want to attack where I feel stronger. So at the end of the main straight, the start-finish line. Also because now will start to appear overlapped cars, and let's see if we can destroy our Riley and Scott, or we will take advantage of it. P19. Temperatures are going up. At 270, 280 they start to become yellow colored, externally especially. That means they are overheating. It's not a good sign, so maybe we should get rid of the medium compound and choose for the hard one. But let's see, let's monitor the situation, because obviously with medium compound you do have more grip. And by the way, the orange-gray colored car in front is, I think, Eliseo Salazar. Now, let me monitor a bit tires situation, then I promise I will go to the classification. It's also true that the car should start to become more and more lighter, so tires should suffer less. But we can consider in the pit stop to mount at least a hard compound with the top right, sorry, the front right tire. Let me check. The consumption is okay. Temperatures went down again. So I was wondering if we can start to use the 6th gear. It is slightly longer than the 5th, so maybe has less acceleration, but could give a bit more of fuel saving. Running at lower revs. And we can always go back to the 5th or the 4th gear if needed for traffic issues. In the meantime, P18. I consider that I'm not looking at the ranking, sorry, because I'm completely absorbed by the driving style required to smoothly pass corner by corner. Yes, definitely I would go for hard compound at the front right corner in the pit stop. Sorry, but I've not tested the race before now, so I didn't know this possible situation. Obviously, if I should force more, maybe temperatures would raise up. P15, not yet into the points. If you are overlapped, do me the favor to go away. Almost lost again. P15 still. Ooh. P14, 2 positions to still to be within points. The wall almost touched. Okay, given the situation, touched Jeff Ward, sorry. And Robbie Answer in the back. Willing to pass, but maybe we succeed on passing. No, it was an overlapped car, sorry. I was just losing my time. Slightly touched the wall already 3 times, if I've not lost the count. And with the simulation, damages would have been 3 times a broken wheel or a broken wing. So hats off to Ted Meet and GPlaps. Okay. Yellow flag. For playing this game in simulation mode for damages. Wow, it's more than damaged, this tire. Okay, we anticipate a pit stop that I would have avoided, but here we are. I should shut up. I'm sorry for not commenting the game, but if I start to think what I have to say in what is not my mother tongue, I make mistakes. But at least we get the hard compound. We will monitor then what is the behavior of temperatures. I fear I'm 2 laps down now. Laps to go. 1:45. Wow, 1/4 of race already gone. Wow. Okay. So we'll start from P30 again. 23. Let me monitor temperatures without showing the classification, also because I'm almost last, so doesn't count very much. Let's try to be sneaky inside. How you doing, guy? Now the only I don't want to talk too early. I just say that because we did the pit service under yellow flags, I want to understand if before I reach 25 gallons, so 15 used as they should have been without mistake, if that was the melting point for contenders, for AI drivers, to have their first full service, and if it will happen while there will be green flag, okay, I think the tire's temperature is not anymore an issue. From now onwards I will not change the compound. I'm still one lap down, so I must play wisely. What I mean is, tire consumption will be not an issue. So let's just concentrate on regaining a bit the advantage lost. Hoping to clinch maybe the last pit stop under yellow. We passed Eliseo Salazar with number 15 when? I do not remember. We touched with somebody, don't ask me who was. Colkins. And you... Again. Oh my goodness. That would be ridiculous because we have the privilege of being in front of someone, and I don't know if this may be considered the last pit stop of the race, because with the 118 laps to go, very difficult. Let's hope to come out from the pit without 3 laps down. Well, at least maybe no. Who knows? Oh yes, these are cars overlapped. So can I pass them or not? No. Yes, but if you run very quickly... Come on guys, they are starting with the green. Flat out here. Let's arrive within the group with... Okay, back to the beginning again. Okay, the group is there. P22, still 2 laps down at least. Not many had a pit during yellow flag condition. I've lost the count of how many gallons entirely used so far. It was my possible benchmark to understand how many laps they cover with the full tank. I will not try to pass here anymore, sorry. But here, much better. what a risk. Without any sense. Okay, given that we are one lap down to conquering possibly at least a P12, I think we don't have anything to lose. Half of the race in a couple of meters. So I would like to do this experiment about starting to come out from corners in a lower gear. So accelerate much more quickly. I fear I killed someone. Sorry, this time went good for me. With an action I do not like, but I was forcing to understand how much I could force. Not really an orthodox move. We go back one lap down. The car is okay. Would have been a retirement, I fear, with normal simulation damages. I stress very much on this matter just because it is the main difference, in my opinion, between, for me at least, finishing races or not, and I suppose can be suitable also for you. So as always, I try to give a sort of takeaway from every episode we run together, so at least if you watch a silly Italian running around or racing, sometimes comes out at least a key lecture for something. Sometimes it's a car setup, sometimes it's a game setup, sometimes it's strategy. I hope it will be a sort of possible gift, if you pardon me. And maybe will help you a bit more while playing the games you see on our screen. Anyway, let's be ready for the restart. Tires are cold, but maybe we can grab some positions. Could have been a retirement. At least I've repassed our teammate Eliseo Salazar with the other Riley and Scott. Okay, at this point, I mean, whoever... I mean, sometimes the AI is really unbelievable. They come into you without any issue from their side. I know I am a lemon, but sometimes it's difficult to cope with so stupid do or die attitude. Someone in the pit. I crashed Tony Stewart and I've broken my front wing. So this will be maybe the last pit stop. How many? 70, no, 69 laps. 1 down, 2 down. We will see. Maybe yes. I was close to the point. Come on, guys. How are you doing? Okay, so this is the spot. P14. How many? 1 lap down. Up to P9. Almost impossible to get there. 20 seconds far from Robbie Answer. So yes, the only hope is with 56 laps to go, arrive to the end and maybe lean the mixture in the last laps, because now I am fighting in my head between going straight to the end, rushing and running like I was doing before, with 50 laps to go, hoping that the fuel will last ish. Second thing is instead go in save fuel mode, and try to crawl to the end, hoping for retirements of the others. My gut says full throttle, and whatever will happen will happen. Sorry. If there is something more smarter than this, sorry. Oops, I've touched. Can you brake? No. I'm killing everybody today. And now? I don't like this way. Who was the yellow car? Boo. Destroyed by myself, maybe someone in the back. Because Tony Stewart has been killed by myself, I'm sure. And I've crashed the front wing. Maybe Carlson. Who knows? In real life I would have received I don't know how many penalties for driving like this, considering all the races done so far in IndyCar, I mean Indy Racing League. 3 of the prologue, 10 of the season 97-98. Previous race at least I arrived to the end, but in an indecent manner. So now 1 second far from number 99, that is Sam Schmidt, and then just Robbie Buell between us and the arrival within points. Fuel will be enough, also because if I do not change my pace dramatically, I will remain 1 lap down. Let's try to do something not silly at the restart, but I do not trust myself. What are they doing here? Come on. They break in front of you. Is absolutely stupid, this attitude. For what then? Again. They close the door and that's it. We will see the replay, but to me it's becoming quite stupid and very not simulative. I don't know if we need really how many. Maybe 30 gallons will be enough. And we say hello, thanks to my skills, to the possibility to arrive within points. How many laps? So unless anybody else will stop now, will be 28 laps. Difficult to reach Billy Boat, Eddie Cheever and Buzz Hawkins. At least differently from the Walt Disney, here there are more often yellow flags. I find it more credible. If you remember the previous race, basically you just could crash your car and it was done. Okay, let's do a do or die. Having nothing to lose at this point. Come on, brake again. My mistake this time. Car is perfectly working. Thank you for voting the poll, but in my opinion this is not my category. I may be more reliable on Grand Tourers and Tourers, maybe prototypes, but IndyCar I do feel is not my business at all, to be fair. I mean, IndyCar, the game, maybe with a different AI approach, I don't know, maybe I can deliver more, but I understand really a lot the thinking of Ted Meat on the fact that this game is maybe more difficult than modern simulators, just because it has some gray areas that are not addressed. I mean, 30 years ago was, 25 years ago was absolutely state of the art, but to me, I don't know, I don't find, for my lack of skills, the soft spot. Yes, I drive more in comfort than 1 year ago, yes, but still with the AI I don't find, I feel it more frustrating than delivering satisfaction for a duel or whatever. Like if it was too much put in the too difficult side, I mean more difficult than reality. Maybe I'm wrong, but as a only way to play IndyCar races, I don't feel cut very well for this game. I will finish the season, but really there's something in me missing the point, to be fair. Anyway, 15 laps to go. Last rush hour. Let's warm up front tires, then will be do or die until the end. 14 laps, it will be 12 for me. Ooh, another crash. No, survived. Not survived. Okay, now I can go this way. Maybe we can take advantage of cutting the line. Okay, I'm pushing the boundaries of this game to a silliness completed now. Oh my goodness. Well, at this point I will not go to the pit, even if I have the front wing to be repaired. I mean, will be just a matter of cruising to the end. Okay, this is the group. So in reality will be a 2 laps race because it's 4 laps to go, but I'm 2 laps down. Maybe for the first time on our iKeysRacing community we'll finish a race under yellow. P16 in front of Salazar at least. So the only tiny improvement for today is beating my teammate, our teammate, with the same chassis, and nothing more to bring away with me from Phoenix, and also with a lot of low morale for the big one, because the next race, the third race in the calendar of 98, was the Indy 500 that I will try to race before the real Indy 500, and at this point I don't know what to expect, because really I've restarted to do mistakes, because at a certain point I have understood that I had the pace to counter-attack, but I think I was pushing too much, and it is not the way this game it is intended to be played, differently from GTR2, GP4, etc. So let's celebrate Buddy Lazier winning the 200 miles Duralube at the Phoenix International Raceway. Scott Sharp is the second arrived. Kenny Brack on the podium despite maybe touching with me, so also maybe keeping the leadership in the championship after 2 races. Jeff Ward 4th, Scott Goodyear 5th, Greg Ray, Mark Dismore, Arie Luyendyk, Robbie Buell, Robbie Anser, Buzz Colkins and Sam Schmidt are the drivers in the first 12 positions. Fine. Let's see the car if can be... Yes, it was anyway too broken, the front wing, to be considered repairable. I mean raceable, sorry. So let's finish the race in a more than predictable manner. Luckily I have not opened a Patreon channel, so you are not paying for this shame. Let's go to see the standings. As said before, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drivers up to P8 in the lead lap, then another 5 within 1 lap down, 6, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then, how many? David Bichler, iKeysRacing, Eliseo Salazar, I don't remember the name, 2 laps down, and then the others. For 1 hour and 22 minutes, 8 times cautions flags for 30 laps, so the real race has been raced by 200 laps less 30, so 170, 13 lead changes. Margin of victory obviously under yellow was this one, 146 miles per hour, the average speed kept, pace kept. So we can exit. Points will be given to Buddy Lazier 20, 16 Sharp, Kenny Brack 14, Ward 12, Goodyear 10, Ray 8, Dismore 6, Luyendyk 5, Buell 4, Anser 3, Colkins 2, 1 for Sam Schmidt, Billy Bott 1 for the pole position, and who led more laps? Maybe Tony Stewart. Yes, that receives 1 point, and I'm sorry because I've ruined the race of Tony crashing directly into him with 58 laps to go. Just 4 laps shy, Buddy Lazier, from reaching also the most laps led and getting 1 point more. This will bring my poor classification still without points and still 1 point far from Eliseo Salazar. But let's see the real drivers what are doing. Kenny Brack consolidating the leadership with 1 win, 2 top 5, 2 top 10, 0 poles. Greg Ray comes second after today, 22 points. Buddy Lazier together with Robbie Buell 20, Scott Sharp 16, Eddie Cheever, Scott Goodyear, Jeff Ward 12, Dismore, Stewart, Billy Boat 11, then Lyondike, Schmidt 9 and 7 respectively, Answer 6, Colkins 2, Salazar 1, 0, myself. And now going away from here will be the Indianapolis 500. I hope to race it before this Sunday, this coming Sunday, even if I have some races still to do, prepared already. I'm sorry, I apologize. Today I've made so many mistakes that to me the first half of the race was maybe a bit better than my previous season and the prologue season, but from lap 100 onwards I've started to do silly things. While racing I was not thinking, okay, this will become an issue because it will be easy to pass this way, this contender. Instead, I must learn to do like the first 100 laps did here. So be cautious, just get my pace and that's it, because every time I try to push, I go beyond the boundaries allowed for this game and becomes Carmageddon more than anything else, especially at Walt Disney, where yellow flags were not coming out very easily like here at Phoenix. So maybe there's something in the threshold, in the melting point, in the trade-off between waving yellows and not, to be addressed. But the season is on, we will see what I will learn, if I will ever learn anything more than what's seen so far. At least a second race finished to the end, at least beating the teammate Eliseo Salazar with the same chassis, same engine, same team. I don't have anything else good to say. I apologize with all of you, sorry for being so poor in performance, well, maybe not in performances, but in consolidating the pace and the performances. And at least I've stopped to spin. That is another takeaway I would keep with me, because at least now with a decent steering wheel and harder pedals is a bit easier calibrate the force applied while cornering or while accelerating and braking. But that's all. I don't see any other positive point with this poor tentative of an Italian lemon trying to conquer the US oval soil. So, thank you anyway for watching, much appreciated, thank you very much, arigato, merci beaucoup, obrigado, muchas gracias, grazie, dankeschön, stay very well, and see you very soon in the next episode of iKeysRacing channel community. Best wishes to you all, ciao, bye bye, see you very soon, ciao.